When you think the Jersey Shore, you might be thinking Cape May, Atlantic City, the Atlantic Ocean. But there's a whole nother shore left to be explored here in New Jersey. And we're going to be doing that on the road today. We're here at the shores of the Delaware Bay. We're taking you to Downe and Commercial Townships. Okay, so now we are in the Bonzana II boat. We're here in Fortescue. Joined with me is Mike and Nick Rothman. Mike is the captain of the boat. He's also a councilman in town, so you do it all a little bit, Mike, huh?
Get involved with a bunch of things between township and fire company and boat.
What's your favorite part?
Right here.
Right here.
Hands down.
Why do you love it here so much?
This is home. This is where I belong. This is where my sons have been raised. This is what we do. And it's just a good time being on the water.
Now, Mike, you were saying before we were talking that you've been doing this for 30 years and you think you got another 20 in you. Just tell me what's been the same, what's been different down here in Fortescue over the past 30 years.
It's changed. The fisheries have changed. The people have changed. The regulations have changed, but you adapt to it. It's what you want to do.
Yeah.
If this is your business, you figure out ways to make it go. If the fishing goes slow, you start doing cruises. Cruises, lighthouse trips. We make a joke, we can marry you and bury you. It's all in the same place.
We can do it all here. That's it. And Nick, I mean, you've been growing up here. You were growing on the boat, growing up in Fortescue. What was that like here?
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what I grew up doing, and I like doing it.
And what are you doing now?
Right now, I do tile work.
Okay.
And help out on the boat during the weekends.
Yeah, gotcha. Now we're kind of coming out of, obviously it's summer's over. We're in November now. Does the clientele change on the boat here during the year? Is it the same people?
It changes. You basically have 3 seasons. You have drum season, early spring, then you get into your summer fisheries, your flounder, your weakfish, bluefish, and now you're getting into the striper fishery. So it's different people. For different seasons. The spring season, the fish go anywhere from 25 to 90 pounds. Naturally, the flounder season is smaller, different rules for the bay. It's warmer, different people come out. And now it's the people that are used to being outdoors in the cold and the wind.
Yeah.
It can be interesting.
Okay. Now, let's take off the captain hat and we'll put on the councilman hat for you. We'll switch gears a little bit. Tell me about, what does Fortescue mean to Downe Township?
Fortescue is a big part of what Downe Township is. We make up, Fortescue, Dividing Creek, Newport, Gandy's Beach, Money Island. Fortescue is the beachfront property of what the township is. We are right now in the process of having a water treatment system put in. Hopefully within the next 2 years that will be complete. We'll provide sewer service to every home on the island with our own batch plant. That in itself should be a big thing on some properties that weren't valuable at any time. That should bring it back. The natural trail, the historic trail that's through this area, Cumberland County. There's a lot to it. It's not an end destination, but it's a day trip. You come down here, the bay freezes over. People like to look at that. The boats that are here all summer long. During the summertime, the docks are full of people. The summer residents that are here. It's a place that you can go and enjoy and forget where you come from.
Yeah, and you're really you're on one end of the state. You're kind of right in the southern part of Delaware Bay. A lot of people may not be familiar with how much this place actually has to offer. How does it feel just kind of being, you are a little separated from the rest of the area. So as it's kind of, I like being here, I like being where I am, and this is great. How does that make you feel, just being
You
over
have
here?
to be careful. Be careful of what you wish for. Progress is always good. It's what makes the wheel turn. If you don't change with times will change without you. But where can you go and ride a golf cart in the middle of summer?
Exactly.
No one fusses with you.
Yeah.
When people think of the Jersey Shore, they're always thinking of North Jersey and that TV program. This is nothing like it. This is entirely different. The southern part of the state is it's a different place. You have bald eagles flying around. You have osprey. You have all kinds of wildlife here. My boys and I, we both enjoy hunting. I mean, you walk out your back door, you're hunting.
Yeah.
And what Downe Township is to that, it's right in the middle of it. Where are you going to go? Walk outside and see an eagle flying above or any of that. And with the Bay Shore, it's different than the shore on the coast. it's a different animal.
Yeah.
And when people come here and they figure, we're still in Jersey? Yeah, you're still in Jersey.
You're still in Jersey down here.
This is where you're at. And again, progress, if you want the boardwalks and you want the big city stuff, sure, you got Wildwood, you have Cape May, you have all that area down there. You want to get back to the basics and see what things are, there's no better place than to come here.
Yeah.
We have an incredible township, good people working here, good people getting involved with different things. Township-wise, we probably have one of the best dive teams in the state that answer calls everywhere, and it's an honor and a privilege to be part of that.
Okay.
And this is home.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, I got 2 more questions for you. 2 more questions. First question, who runs your Facebook page?
I do.
You do. Okay. So you guys like to have a lot of fun on your Facebook page. I was checking it out. But I was scrolling through. One question I had for you. You guys always write Jack in all caps with exclamation points on your Facebook page. Can you just tell me what that's about? Is that an inside joke that I'm missing out on?
That's an easy one. People,
All right. Tell me.
people catch fish or they want to know what things are, so we try to explain to them when they catch a fish. It's real simple. What's up, Jack? And they just kind of look at you, and it just kind of caught on. And between that and the drum fishing, we keep a bottle of cherry soaked in moonshine.
Okay.
And when someone catches a drumfish, if you looked at that, everybody had a cherry in their mouth. Hey, you got your first drumfish. So we give you a cherry, and it goes on the board as the drumfish cherry. So
I understand.
it's a good time. We like to have a good time. Both Nick and my other son Buck, who's not here today, but they're the mainstay of what this is. We have some others that work for us, Mike McLaughlin and Nick Conti.
Sure.
But they're what keep the people on the deck happy.
Yeah.
They're the ones that, hey, Jack, what's going on? People
Uh-huh.
call me on the phone. I try and be as right as I can, but in the Facebook stuff, that's our tagline.
Right. I got you. Okay. And where on Facebook can we find you guys?
Bonanza II, just look for a picture of my sons and I,
Okay.
and we're right there.
All right.
And you like us, instead of with the website where you had to come to us for information, with Facebook, we come to you.
Right.
Like our site, we'll tell you what's going on, what's going on with fishing, and some of our different events, the lighthouse trips. We do some trips up in the Cohansey, dinner trips. We do, you name it, we can do it. Booze, cruise, whatever you want.
Okay.
And,
So you're
we stay
flexible.
fun.
Flexible here, like you said.
Your thoughts.
You can
we'll
marry
take
you or bury you.
Marry or bury you.
All right, so last question for you. We do this all the towns we've gone to. What makes Downe Township a South Jersey special? You can answer. I'll leave it open to you guys.
Well, go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, there's so many things that you can say about Downe Township. Basically, you want to get out of your normal peace of mind. Come down here. You'll have a whole new view.
Yeah.
This is home, and Downe Township has a lot to offer with the outdoors. Get back to the environment. You want to get away from, when I say the city life, for us, city life is Vineland, Millville, Bridgeton. Get up in the Cherry Hill, Philadelphia.
What about Newark? Where's Newark ranked?
Where's Newark? Is there really a place called that? We offer something that a lot of places don't have, and again, it's the only way to describe it is Fortescue. The only way to describe it is Downe Township. There's so much to do here outdoors-wise. Get back in touch with duck hunting here, the nature stuff that's here, the fishing. It's a quiet little town, and you got to be careful how you say this. Time is kind of forgotten, but we're still here. We're alive and well, and we have no plans on going anywhere. And Fortescue's home, and it's my home,
Right.
and that's, to me, that means all the difference in the world. My wife's 3 generations from here, and I take a lot of pride in that. I've been doing this. This is coming into my 30th year. Again, my boys have been doing this as long as they could walk, and they're a big part of it, and they make this thing happen. So I have a lot of pride in it. I have a lot of pride in where I live, and there's no place to enjoy a day on the Delaware Bay than right here.
Right here. All right. Hey, guys, thank you so much for
you
your
very
time.
much.
We appreciate
Yes, sir.
it. We'll come back to you in a little bit. We'll have the weather for you, and we'll be in Commercial Township as well. All right, we hopped on over one town to the east. We're here in Commercial Township. We're actually in the Laurel Lake section of Commercial Township. We're at the Volunteer Fire and Rescue Company. Bingo, 7 o'clock tonight if you're interested. Come on by. As far as Commercial Township and why it's a South Jersey special, it goes back to the Delaware Bay again. at one point in time, the oyster business was so booming and so popular that the area had the highest number of millionaires per square mile. Now, that was back in the late 1800s and the early 1900s, but it was once very thriving with oysters and shellfish, still is today, and a lot of people still call the Delaware Bay their place to go for fishing or shell fishing or to run their business. Now, let's turn over to the weather. And yes, we have plenty and plenty to talk about. Easiest part is tonight. We just have thickening clouds throughout the rest of the overnight hours here. As we go into tonight, temperatures slide through the 30s. We should sit somewhere around 30 degrees on the mainland for tonight. Shore areas will be out in the mid-30s. Then as we go into Thursday, we have our double-barreled low-pressure system. That means we have a surface low-pressure system moving up the East Coast. We have an upper-level low-pressure system that turns into a surface low-pressure system, and that is moving just around the Appalachian Mountains. The combination of the two is going to bring a rainstorm to us with wind around the coastal flooding, and yes, for some of you, a little bit of wintry weather to kick off the winter of 2018 and 2019. Here's the timeline. Rain starts between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you're west of that line from about Egg Harbor City down over to Millville, good chunk of Cumberland County, including right here in Commercial Township, we're talking about some sleet that will mix in, or it could be completely sleet for a little bit here. Now, temperatures are going to be above freezing. We're not expecting any accumulation, little at most. But then it'll flip over to rain as we go into the afternoon hours. Then we have a windswept rain for our afternoon. The heaviest should actually be during the evening, and we are anticipating around minor flood stage coastal flooding. So move your cars if you need to for the Thursday night high tide. With that rain, we'll see some pockets of roadway flooding. And in addition to that, the winds will be howling. 20 to 30 miles an hour sustained late in the day Thursday into Thursday night. Highest winds are along the coast, where we'll be watching out for a few areas that will have maybe brief power outages with that, but tie down any loose objects that you need. As we go into Thursday night, we're talking about after midnight here, the rain really settles down. Could even get into a dry slot that keeps us dry from about midnight to the early morning hours on Friday. Then we kind of get the back end of the system that will bring a couple of rain showers. Maybe we see a couple of snowflakes, about 20-30% chance, but mainly rain showers north of Route 40. And then as we go into the weekend, we are quiet and calm with high pressure in store. Temperatures are going to be seasonable in the low 50s for Saturday and Sunday. And then as we go into the early part of next week, we start cooling back down. We'll be back in the 40s. But after we get past this storm on Thursday, there is no rain or any wintry weather in the forecast, with the exception of isolated rain showers on Monday morning. So from here in Commercial Township, I'm meteorologist Joe Martucci. We were in Downe Township as well, taking you across the Delaware Bay, and you're on the road.